another stitch. For those that don't know me, my name is Connie, and if you're new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. And if you have any finished projects that you would like me to show them on one of my videos, please submit them to me. You can either do it through the Facebook group. I made a post yesterday asking if anybody had anything that they wanted on one of my videos. So just post your pictures on that post and I'll put your project in one of my next videos. Or you could also email me and send me a picture. My email address is justanotherstitch2020@gmail.com, and it's also in the description box below. Also, if you have a YouTube channel and you're a content creator and you want a shout out, please let me know and I would love to give your channel a shout out. Or if you know of a small YouTube channel in the yarn community that could use a shout out, let me know that too, and I'd love to give them a shout out. So I'm gonna let y'all know how much I love yard sales. And I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that I like yard sales before in my videos. But I am curious, do you like yard sales? Let me know in the comments below. And I'm going to tell you about some of the things that I have found and my favorite find. Of course, I love when I find craft stuff at yard sales. And I have found a lot of craft stuff, especially like cross stitching, but I found yarn sometimes, flowers to make wreaths, and the I can't think of what you call it, but it's a certain type of fabric you tend to use when you make wreaths. Ribbon. Oh, I love finding craft supplies at yard sales. I absolutely love it. And y'all know that I love angels, as y'all can see behind me, my angel collection. And most of those angels came from either yard sales or thrift stores. I have a few that came from eBay, which are some of the Dreamsicle snow globes. And I'm really into the Seraphim angels and Dreamsicles. So anytime I find them at yard sales, I get them. And I also love finding home decor items, because a lot of the way that I decorate my house is from stuff that I find at yard sales. Oh, and sometimes I'll even find cleaning supplies too, which is a nice savings than when you have to buy it at a store. Now, my all-time favorite item that I found at a yard sale is my KitchenAid mixer, and I got it for $10. I love it. I've gotten a lot of use out of it. So now I'm curious, what has been your favorite yard sale find or finds? Another thing I'm curious about, I'd like to know who your childhood celebrity crush was. Mine was Shawn Cassidy, and I was obsessed. I had the posters, I had the t-shirts, and I'm going to show you a picture of me as a little girl with my Shawn Cassidy poster. So y'all are probably wondering what's going on with my socks that I've been saying I'm planning to make. Well, I'm still working on getting the yarn untangled, but we hadn't worked on it this past week, and I'm thinking after I finish my Easter projects, I'm going to alternate between doing crocheting my ocean sea turtle blanket and knitting my first pair of socks. So that's when I plan to start working on them. But I did wind up a ball of sock yarn that I'm probably going to use instead for my first pair. But I do still intend to use the blue yarn for a pair of socks down the road. That is after I get it untangled. But anyway, this is some yarn that Crystal, the crazy cat, and Chicken Lady hand dyed for me in a giveaway that I won. And I absolutely love this yarn. It's such a pretty green and purple. But this is more than likely the yarn I'm going to use for my first pair of socks that I'm going to be knitting. And as y'all have probably noticed, the hat that I'm wearing today, it's bunny rabbit ears. And I made some little flowers underneath the ears for it. And I fell in love with this pattern when I saw it, because y'all know I love cutesy and I love holiday projects. And the original pattern doesn't have the flowers, so I used some flowers off of another pattern, which I'm gonna put the links, both links for both of those patterns, in the description box below. But really, when it comes to making flowers, you can use any type of flower pattern that you want. It doesn't need to be what I use, but that's how I went about it. And this was all done in the Big Twist yarn. Now, the pink in the ears, I did use the Karen Simply Soft. And even though you can't see it since I'm wearing the hat, the back of the hat has a bunny tail. So I'm going to include a picture of the hat so you can see it better, and the back side so you can see the bunny tail. So I still have some more Easter projects that I plan to knit. And I'm curious, what are y'all working on knitting? So let me know in the comments below what you're currently knitting. Or even if it's crochet, let me know what you're working on when it comes to crochet. Oh, is there any knitting tutorials that y'all want me to work on doing some videos? If so, let me know that too in the comments, and I'll work on doing those tutorials for y'all. In cat news today, well, last night Sophie was being a real love bug. She was doing her cat massages, and she kept going back and forth between me and Frank, laying on top of us. And this morning, she plopped on me, and she was being all lovey-dovey, and Frank opens the front door and gets her little stool set up for her to look outside. And at first you could tell Sophie was looking back and forth between the door and Mommy. Well, the door won. She chose the door over her Mommy. But she later on came back and loved on me some more. So she's been really, really affectionate lately. And Sophie is just such a sweetheart. She really is. And Allie came out of hiding this morning, and she let me pet her, and she was eating that up, and she was being all lovable, which now I think Allie's sleeping. I don't know where she's at currently. She's my little hider. Now, one thing I've never told y'all about, Allie has this thing where she hasn't done this lately, but she tends to do this, where she'll do this thing with her paws where she goes like this. And she tends to do it when she gets excited. But I always say that she's praying when she does it. And I'd love to catch her on video doing it. But normally, you don't know when she's going to do it. And normally when she does do it, by the time you grab the camera, she's stopped. I think that's about it going on with the cats. I filmed yesterday, so there hasn't been that much time for them to get into their shenanigans. But if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. And please share this video on your social media platforms. Help my channel grow. Help me get to 500 subscribers, because I have a special giveaway planned for y'all. And I hope everyone is having a fabulous Yarny day. Be the light. And bye!